Hello, everyone, and hello, Virgo. This is your April 2025 reading, and we'll start with your general reading. Then we'll draw cards for advice. All right? So, yeah. If you're new to this channel, our goal here is to provide guidance using light from above so everyone has positive energies, right? So, let's take a look at your cards. Hmm. All right, so I see that you're at a point where you've discovered many things and you feel confident like okay, I've got this. There's also sense that you're planning something, or maybe you want something, you want to say something, but there are many things around. There are many things you're unsure about. What should you do? Whether you should be braver or be more humble, or if you need a bit more patience. I also see here that you are going through changes. Things in the past have shifted, and now you're becoming a bolder person, or maybe a better one. Or you are thinking about letting go of certain traits. These are things that have happened before when you felt you weren't really doing so good. Now there are some cards here that aren't very quiet. You have the judgment card, which suggests there's a new version of you emerging, and it's telling you this is what you should do. Sometimes, when you feel anger, but there's something inside you telling you that you can change it. You can do it in a way like this, more beneficial for others, more you gain confidence in yourself. So, in a way, being a bigger person at the same time, Virgo, yeah. So, you have the Emperor card on the surface. You know that when you look at it, it's like you're so brave, like you're so strong. But there are things that you want things to happen where you feel that you should be the one being followed. You should be the one to act like that. But inside, you have many questions for yourself. If those are right, it's not that comfortable for you because it's like you have thoughts, but also things you want to do. It's like you're not being true to what you feel. Maybe you're not being true to what your inner self is saying because what you show is different from what's in your mind. Yeah. So next is the Seven of Pentacles. For some of you in April 2025, there might be a reward you're waiting for. Maybe something, or maybe waiting for someone to speak to them. Maybe also waiting for something to receive. There's something. There's something you'll get. There's something you're waiting for, anticipating luck. Maybe I don't know what kind of luck this is. Maybe someone owes you something. Um, you have the strength card here in the queen and the queen of swords reversed. So some people around you may have specific people for you who you may have specific people who can no longer control who no longer control themselves to keep themselves. They can no longer hold back. Maybe getting angry. Maybe that saying they what's in their heart. And there are situations like this, but you yourself too. When this happens, you also lose your balance. You also lose the right thinking that this is what should be said, this is what should be done. So there are things I see happening around you. And I won't say if it's right or wrong because it's not what about me correcting or anything, right? But that's the advice for you, Virgo. You have the Eight of Cups. The advice is to let go of the feelings weighing you down because deep down you know what things you're carrying. Even if you say no, I don't have that. I'm just moving happy and all. There's no, there's really something inside you that you're holding on to. What is it? If you say you're not this kind of person, I've already let go of this. So maybe it's been longer. Maybe there's more you still need to think about. You're carrying something that's no longer important. Let it go because if you don't let it go, you won't have balance in your life. You won't have peace. You won't have tranquility in your heart. And because you're carrying this no matter what happens, no matter what you do, no matter what kind of pursuit of a better life, because you're carrying something heavy, something weighing you down. And these are your past feelings, your resentments, or your past origins, where perhaps you had trust or were betrayed because of what others did, and now you do the same to everyone else. So maybe you don't hold grudges, but you still carry those negative experiences from the past. So these things might be limiting you, making your interactions with others limited. Okay, so let's take some advice cards. You have gratitude and appreciation. Some of you might really need to appreciate what you have around you and take the time to say, hey, thank you for this and that. And these are the things that happen. And these are what God has given me. Yeah. So the next one is clear out the old. What are those old things that no longer work for you? What are the things you should be focusing on anymore? Or giving energy to, maybe there are many things you need to look at within yourself, because it says here you shouldn't be biased about what's happening around you. Meaning, set aside your personal desires and think about what old things are no longer right. Okay, so those are the points here. Next advice card is getting to know each other. Some of you might have new friends or a new connections. Um, what you might call maybe flirting relationships. Who knows? There's something um, there's nothing wrong with those. Nothing wrong with that. It can be just a new friend. It can be new acquaintances. Maybe new anything. Learn to meet another with needs. Learn to meet another need. It's another person's need for love. Some of you might already have spouse or anyone. You know what I mean? The thing is, you need to understand the person. You need to understand each other. Okay. So the next card is your service. I feel good when I can help others. So look within yourself. What brings you happiness? Maybe when you help others, you feel content. You know that feeling when your heart is full from helping others and seeing that you've made a difference. The happiness it brings is immense. The feeling of being valuable because you've helped somebody. That's what matters. Next advice card is fear. I realize that I am testing my ability to live in the energy of love. So you're doing so much, feeling so much fear, but those fears you feel when you're trying something new, when you're uncertain, don't give them too much meaning. You're trying something new because you want to realize how to get closer to the energy of love, okay? So the next advice is treasure your loved ones. The next advice card is treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply, okay? Treasure, yeah, treasure your loved ones. Um, those who aren't even bothering you, sometimes because maybe you're the one closing the doors for other people. Different cases, that's it. But of course, you should also give them more love, because they are not the ones who close the door, but you. It looks like here it's you, and you need to realize that the people around you, maybe you also need to take notice of them. Maybe you just need to give a little bit more love, because maybe that part is lacking in you. So it's not because they're attention seekers, they're not lacking attention, but maybe you are lacking in expressions. Next is connection with crystals. Many of you might, uh, some help when you connect with crystals. Look at what your needs are. Check what you truly need. If it's money you need, then go for it. But if you feel like you're lacking in sensitivity towards others, or maybe you need some realization about what's more important, or perhaps you need to have some grounding, then try crystals that can help you. Next is journaling. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Write it all down. Express yourself through journaling. Journal, write in a diary whatever you're feeling, seeing, experiencing, write it down. Then read it again after a few days, read it, then you might understand yourself better because of it. Sometimes those sudden decisions, sudden words, and thoughts, when you revisit them, you might realize something. Maybe you'll think, why did I even say these things? Why was I thinking this? It might not be what you truly know, but perhaps there you'll discover more about yourself, and that's the beauty of journaling. Next is rest. Maybe you need to rest. You need to relax a bit without overthinking. Don't be too focused on something that isn't really that important. Sometimes people become hyper focused, so maybe you just need a little rest. So, next is if you believe. If you believe in yourself that whatever you wish for in life, if you just believe, it will come to you. It will be achieved. This isn't something that will be impossible if you believe. This won't be too hard to reach. Because if you believe and do everything, why wouldn't you achieve it, right? Next is reconsider. For all the things you're thinking now and the heavy things you want to do or say, maybe you need to reconsider them because you might realize there's a better way to do things. You don't need to give in to moments when you feel weak or have negative thoughts. Maybe you just need to relax a bit. Maybe you need to think things through first because it seems like you have a lot to say, Virgo. And a lot of a, and a lot you want to happen. So take some time to reflect, okay? Next is gratitude. Find just one thing you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude fill your body. It's like a healing balm, like the warmth of the sun. So find one thing you want to be thankful for now and or even in the past. Think about it and give thanks. Imagine imagine and remember those moments. Think deeply about the feelings you're grateful for. When your heart and body are full of love, if the effect on you will be amazing. And maybe you'll have some realizations there too. So why not, right? Next is forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. One of the hardest things to do is to forgive another person. It's hard because, you know, forgiving people is tough. It's not easy. Um, Sometimes there's something repetitive happening, but you need to be forgiving. You need to be forgiving. It doesn't mean that you'll just have let them repeat what they're doing. Um, but you'll forgiving them because maybe you yourself have said something maybe not nice at some point too. So forgive people and also forgive you. It's not for others, but it's for yourself. And that's what's hard. People don't realize that people think when they forgive, it's just for the person they want to forgive. But when you forgive, the effect on yourself is huge because you lessen your burdens, you lessen your worries, then the thought that you've forgiven, how beautiful the effect on you. Okay, next is purple. Third eye clairvoyance. So, whatever intuitions you have, just follow them because maybe that will give you a little bit more clarity. Next is water, emotions, initiation, and rejuvenation. Some of you might need to cry or, or need to swim. Maybe you need to have a little cleansing for your body. I don't mean you're dirty, but this means it has a cleansing effect. So when you get it, you might have some ideas like, so this is how it feels. This is the feeling when I remove such emotions from my body, like that. So next is let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, um, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself or beating yourself up for them. So remove that feeling of guilt. No, don't. go beating yourself up over them. So remove that feeling of guilt. Remove that feeling that you said something to someone, did something you know what you know what it is. Remove it. If you want to do the method to remove whatever that feeling is, um, remove it because you want to let go. Your energy becomes lighter, then it can still help others. Guilt doesn't help anybody. Focus on your priorities. When you put your focus, where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So focus on your priorities. Think about what they are. Is it family? Is it work? Talking to people you want to talk to? That's what you should focus on. Sometimes maybe it's reminding you that you need to do. So there, you just need to do what needs to be done to yourself. Don't listen to this so to what other people had to say. That's yeah, that's a reading, and I hope to see you in the next one.